Alright, so today I got the head mount out, got it all figured out, but today we're just going to blow a little bit of leaves. I know it's not super entertaining, but about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Gonna start about 5. We're going to see if I can't get all these leaves to the curb before the city comes and gets me. You see they're kind of scattered around here. But let's see if I can't blow them all down to the curb and get them all down to the curb. And then if we aren't done before dark, then plug on a time lapse and you can watch me organize my garage because it's a mess. Or maybe we'll get a little tour of the junkyard, you know. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I'm gonna start with blowing leaves first and we'll get to it. So I already got gas, we already got everything. This is an Echo PB580T. Basic kind of mid-grade blower. Worked awesome for me. It's a 2-stroke. Got enough blowing power to do a good amount of leaves to do. Well, I've done probably about a dozen leaf cleanups so far this year. And we got maybe 1 more or 2 more on the list, but it's an amazing blower. Good power, good size for the money. I mean, you can't really beat it. $300 and you get this thing. Do all your leaves. It's pretty mint. It's a pretty good upgrade from this little thing here. A little handheld. Both work mint, both awesome. So we'll use the big one today just because I don't feel like walking a billion miles, and I can just walk up and down the side here a couple times and we'll have them all done. But let's get to it. I'll put you all on have a little music over me because I talk a lot. Put a little music over it. Y'all can watch me blow a little bit of leaves, and then I guess we'll do a tour of the junkyard before it gets dark, and then maybe later today when it's dark we'll organize the garage together. So let's get started here, and let me know how you like the head mount, or you want the chest mount, or what kind of content you'd like to see. I can do step-by-step repairs. I can do some more just like day in the life kind of thing, or day in the life, just kind of me doing what I do. I have 1 or 2 more leaf cleanups lined up like I said, so I'll get a video on that. A couple leaf cleanups, good sized ones, but we'll do those, and then I have another mobile repair coming up here shortly. We'll get another snow blower. You know, everybody likes to do last minute stuff, so I'll show y'all how I do my mobile stuff. So what I'm doing this weekend, strip spark plug heads, or the threads for the spark plug are stripped, so we're gonna rethread them hopefully pretty easily with a new spark plug, and I'll show y'all how I do it. We're gonna get it going for her again, and yeah. All right, let's get to it. There was some quicker than I thought, but so all the leaves that need to be done are done. Don't mind, you'll probably hear a little bit in the background, the cars driving by. That's the road here, and if you hear a little kid screaming, you know, there's a daycare across the street there. So don't mind that. I'm not, it's just a daycare. But that's gonna be like all a little look over of what I have here as of now. November 15th, I think is what it is. 2023. This here, 2020 Honda HRN 216 with a GCB 170 push mower. Bought it brand new. Mower works amazing. Use it to do yards. Absolutely mint. 2023 Murray 22-inch front-wheel drive push mower. This one I did not buy new. I didn't pay a single penny for it. The thing was given to me because the pull start was too hard to pull. Except the rope wasn't tall enough to reach. Like you could only reach to like here. Wasn't long enough to get the engine to fully spin over to get it to fire up. Actually, it'll probably fire up right now. This thing's mint. It was used maybe a dozen times, if that, before it was given to me. And I'm giving it away. I'm not going to sell it. Because one, it is fall. Nobody wants a push mower. No one's going to buy me a push mower. Two, the thing isn't worth a lot of money. It's a Home Depot model. And it's cheap. And three, I'd like to do something nice for my community. So that one's going to someone who really needs it. Anyway, this snowblower, I paid, I think, 20 bucks for it. Actually, no, I didn't pay anything for it. It was free. Jacobson. I don't know the model. I don't know nothing about it. All I know is that I got it to run. It runs like crap, though. I need to go through the carburetor, but it runs okay. Like, I can get it to run. The drive works. Everything works. Still, you know, I haven't used it really to clean my driveway. It's just more like a fun little project thing. But it's whatever. It's one of the first snowblowers I worked on. It's pretty neat. Anyway, 2005 Craftsman LT1000. It's got the original Briggs Intech 18 horse with the gear style transmission. This is my first rider I ever got. The first rider was the first rider I ever got that actually worked. So I got it free. I didn't pay a penny for it. Works and runs. It's on its way out. It's on the end of life. It smokes pretty terrible on its startup before it's warmed up. There's some kind of grinding when you drive. I haven't looked into it. All I know is that the thing, it works, but it's not all there, you know. This one, John Deere L130, there's the hood. It's automatic. It's got a Kamuller command, 23 in it. It's hydrostatic, 48-inch cutting deck. The deck is mint on this machine. It's got 200 hours on it. Unfortunately, as known, these coolers, it blew up. It's got a hole in the block right behind the starter there. So I am in desperate shape, and I'm pulling hair out trying to find a cooler command that'll plug into this engine, because I don't really feel like swapping a Briggs into this. I like to put another command in it. I found a couple, maybe 2 or 3, but everybody wants at least $800 for one of these commands in them, and they all have about 700 hours on it. And I don't want to pay $700 for a command with 700 hours that, you know, is going into a machine with 200 hours on it, and if I sell it, I don't want it to blow up, you know, and then it'd make me look bad. So it runs, but it's got a hole in the block, so it spits oil out, and it's done. My tractor is in pretty mint shape. This tractor was free, so couldn't really beat that. This here is an Ariens Classic 8524 with 8 horse Tecumseh on it, 24-inch bucket. The auger works, it runs. The drive does not work because it needs to do drive disc. I haven't ordered the part. My local shop does carry or Simplicity parts will fit it, so I'll just swap a Simplicity into it. I take this guy to go match it up, but it runs and it goes into 6th gear. That's the only gear that works. But it kind of drives. It runs, and the augers turn. It kind of drives. This machine was free on a deal. I sold a Snowtech snowblower with 8 horse Tecumseh on it to somebody for $200, and he gave me this because I was selling it for $300. He gave me this, and I cut $100 off of it because that machine's worth another $400. So I figured, you know, why not? All of these tractors I did not pay a dime for, but except for this one. This thing's a 2001 Simplicity Regent Hydro 14. It's a money pit, and it's eating my bank account. But it's got the 14 Vanguard in it, new starter. changed the oil, new air filter. It runs now. I have to fit the new, because it runs, and I got it to run and work when I bought it for 125 bucks. There's a deck for it. It's got a stripe kit 38-inch deck. But it's a little tiny thing. I mean, it runs pretty good now. The only problem is electric clutch is not back on it because the electric clutch bearing seized up and it blew up mid-work, or like mid-mow. So that was a little bit hectic, but got it back running. I know it drives. Everything works, except right now I need to put the PTO clutch back on, and the bearing they gave me was not the right size, so now I'm making it work and sanding down the shaft to put it on. I bought it for 125 bucks. I have like $400 into it. This machine is only worth about 500 bucks, so it's a money pit. I'm gonna try to, this winter, this is a project that's gonna be finished, and it's gonna be sold in spring, hopefully for like 600, maybe 700 bucks. Fingers crossed, so I can make a little bit of profit on this machine. This is a Craftsman 2 LT4000 with a 14 horse Kohler command. I think it's command. Yeah, it's command 14. Bulletproof engine. Bulletproof machine in general. The deck has been swapped over from this tractor. My first ever small engine project. This thing here. Got to run and it works in the drives. I have to find a PTO spring and it needs a key switch, but I can't find a key switch to match this thing up, and a seat, but it's also free. The clutch, the brake pedal sticks. You can see it sticks down. So I'm gonna drive it to pull the clutch back up. I think I'm missing a spring here. If somebody knows, let me know. Got 2 brand new tires. It runs pretty good. Actually, I guarantee it'll start right now, but this thing is mint. I did a lot to it when I was younger, and I got to go now. The only thing I needed was a carburetor clean, but I didn't do that, so I couldn't get her to run. This year is what I think of. I think it is a DYT 4000. It's the red one. I think it's either a GT 5000 or a DYT 4000, but it's a parts machine. As you can see, that was 20 horse Kohler Command Pro. It also blew up. So that one's parts. I've been selling parts. I've picked the gas tank. If you need any parts, look on eBay. I sell parts, or you can message me in the comments, text me a comment, and let me know what kind of part you need. I'll give you my email. You can shoot me an email, and I'll get you a part shipped out to you if you need it. All the parts are on this piece for the hood and the deck. The parts that are sold are the flywheel cover and the something else to go with the something plastic. But all I said, every part, you can take a look over it. Everything's there. The only thing that's missing is all the parts you see are missing. I pulled off, and they're all up inside, listed on eBay. The gas tank is pulled out. It's listed. It's pretty cheap right now. It's 80 bucks. So if you need a gas tank for cheap, I have a gas tank. But tires and everything are good on that machine. That machine is strictly parts. I'm pulling parts off it as we speak. Every day I've been working to get a couple parts off to hopefully sell, make a little bit of money off of it. That machine's also free. But so everything here was free except for that one right there. That's Simplicity. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Everything else is free. But this thing, it's a MTD 26-inch 826 with an 8 horse that comes on it. I hate this machine. Absolutely hate them. I've worked on probably 10 of them. They're a pain in the butt. I don't like them. This machine is probably going to go to parts because I've already pulled some parts off of it to switch. I cannot get this thing for the life of me to run great or good enough to sell. It's rusted. The bucket is okay shape, but I pulled the chute off to sell because I already had someone who needed a chute really bad, and I sold that chute because I needed it. And this machine is not going to get sold this winter because it's already too late in the season. Nobody's going to give me what I want for it. So, lo and behold, this machine is probably going to end up being parts. I'm going to pull every part I can off of it. This is a snapper high back with a 7 horse Intech on it. Moral of the story is someone I did lawn care with for a little while had this one. His mom had this machine, and she got it decently cheap, and it ran and it worked. I'd seen it work before. Now the thing is, it pulls over terribly hard. It pulls over, but it pulls over really, really difficult. I've done the valves. I think that machine is probably end up toast because it's probably, I don't know. I haven't checked the oil. Actually, that's a good idea. Let's check the oil. Low oil. Good cause. Nope, no low oil. It's got oil in it. So, I don't know much about it, but it works. So I'm gonna see if I can't maybe swap an engine. Good to go. Couple good bucks. This year, my personal Cub Cadet 30-inch 2-stage snowblower with a 459cc, I think. Power more engine, a cheap Home Depot model. I need a snowblower. I need it fast. This thing's worked pretty mint. It's pretty good. I put it in pretty good shape. The best that I could. So, yeah, I mean, definitely recommend them. 1,100 bucks at Home Depot. That's what you get. You can see as it's lasted. No, never mind. It's not a 400cc. It's a 357cc. Pretty good. This year, I have it struggles on hills. As you can see, I have two little hills here. One there and one there on my U-shaped driveway. So I bought this. Paid 50 bucks for this old girl. She has an 8-horse Tecumseh on her. 33-inch bucket. Chains. It runs pretty good. And I just changed the oil on in the last video. It's mint. I'm going to use it to do my driveway this winter. And this old girl here will be used to do the top half. This one will be used to do the bottom half. And I use this on jobs to do driveways, because I have about a dozen driveways lined up. There's the cab that goes in this Cub Cadet that doesn't fit in the garage because this thing is tall. For my salt storage, and I have a couple weed eaters here. An Echo, an old Echo, Wild Things. The thing's weird, freak. And the Steel FS94R. I bought that steel brand new. I love it. It's a steal for you. Let's go up here and I'll show you this little Honda right here. And this here, 1986, I think, Honda HCR 3009 with an 8-horse, a 9-horse Honda engine on a 30-inch deck. This machine was also free. I got it to run pretty good with a starter. And now I'm having electrical issues where the thing won't even turn over with the key. I have to jump the solenoid or disconnect the kill wire on the ignition module or the spark thingy to get it to fire up. But it runs pretty good. Drives mint. Everything on this machine is mint. It works good. This here is another free thing. Jar Machines Gold Series 4.75 21-inch 2-stroke single-stage snow thrower. I use for little storms. It's up here right now because I have enough room to put that Cub Cadet up here, for one, and for two because it's only used for little snowstorms and we're not getting any big snowstorms anytime soon. So it's just here to back up emergency. Honda rototiller, customers brought in. It's locked up good, and I think that machine's probably ended up being toast. He wants me to save it, so I'm gonna see if I can't save it. It's got true test whisper cut, real mower with a little brake flat head on it. I'm missing the ignition coil. If anybody knows of one that'll fit this machine, please let me know in the comments, because I need one terribly bad. So I'd like to get rid of this machine because it was also free on the side of the road, and I have too much stuff. As you can tell, my yard looks like a junkyard, and that's not what I'm going for here. So yeah, so those are my machines that I have. I'll probably end up adding to the collection quite soon, just because I buy lots of random stuff. I am desperately looking for, or I'd like to, not desperately, I'd like to have a Deere, a John Deere preferably, or maybe a John Deere or a Cub Cadet 3000 series, or a John Deere 318 or 332 preferably. I'd like a diesel, but that's not a deal breaker. I want a garden tractor with hydraulics and power steering and everything, because that's what I've lived with before. I used that little Honda push mower to do my yard, and then this thing. No power steering, manual lift, the gear style transmission. The thing's brutal. It's not smooth at all. It's bumpy as heck, and it just doesn't cut great. I want something that I can use with hydraulics, and it's hydrostatic, and it's got power steering. It can do everything I want it to. It's got a PTO. I can put attachments on instead of just a mower deck. Because I'd like to have a rototiller, and I'd like to have a plow or a snowblower that's hydraulic. But, you know, one can only dream. So that's what the process is. I'm looking to get rid of all of these machines preferably, except for that square hood and probably that Honda up there. This one's going to be sold as well. I love them all for different reasons, but that's one has sentimental value with it because that was my first project. I like that machine, but like I said, it's not worth keeping because I'm just going to end up pouring money into it. So it's going to be sold here in spring. So what you see is what I have currently at my junkyard. It looks like a total mess, but I'm working to clean it up before the snow flies, as we've had one little snowstorm already. In here you can see it looks like a tornado went off, but I just put up this new pegboard drill holder. I like Milwaukee, and my rack to hold my oil and such. But I'm currently in the process of sorting all my tools out. They'll be going in that chest and that chest back there, and the chest will be along the wall there with my compressor right here probably, and the pegboard will hold all the nice tools that I need and use on a daily basis. One tool that I cannot live without is my M12 impact driver. I don't know, I use it for everything. It's awesome. Milwaukee, if you want to sponsor me, you can sponsor me. Please do. Yeah, I'm going to upgrade to M18 just because the thing, it has a lot of torque for the size, but it's not quite big enough for what I'm doing. It doesn't take off bleed bolts and stuff, which I'd prefer, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. So, that machine, not that machine, I'll probably end up upgrading this winter. It's my compressor. It's just a Job Smart cheapo, and this here is a Mercury 1980s or 1970s Mercury 3.5 horse. It goes on my boat, which is currently in the backyard. You guys get to see a little bit later, but I don't want to go walk around back because I think my dogs are out, and you don't need to know how to get in my backyard. So anyway, you know, it looks like a junkyard, but I'm working in the process. You got a carburetor here, another carburetor over there. You know, there's just random stuff everywhere. It looks chaotic, and it is chaotic. Don't judge. But I got carburetors everywhere. Stuff that goes to different stuff. Here's another carburetor for a Snowtech. This one's for a Kohler push mower. Yeah, so anyway, let me know in the comments what you'd like to see for content. Step-by-step repairs, just what I've been doing these last two videos. You want to watch me do my mobile repairs, you can watch me do my mobile repairs, or just time-lapse videos of me doing random stuff that I do, because I do random stuff. Or if you just like to listen to me talk, if I talk too much, let me know in the comments. I can put it all in time-lapse and you can get, you know, what you'd like. But I like to put out content that everybody would enjoy. So let me know in the comments. Feel free. You know, you can't hurt my feelings. Worst case I can say is, you know, I won't do that. But yeah, so just let me know what you'd like to see. Step-by-step repairs, anything. I mean, just a day in the life, or I can put everybody in time-lapse and do time-lapse videos if you'd like to see that. I'm going for kind of the content like Andrew Camerata. If you haven't seen him, his channel is amazing. Or Victory Outdoor Services, that guy is also amazing. 10 out of 10 recommend them if you get a chance to watch them. Or you need someone with long videos to watch that's entertaining. Watch either Andrew Camerata or Victory Outdoor Services. Amazing channels, good guys. But that's what I'm going for there. If you need, you know, content, then let me know, please. Please, please, please. Don't feel free to hesitate. Can't hurt my feelings, so we'll do that. Alright, I think that's it for today.